We are pleased to welcome in Sandra Herrera, the fourth member of our crew. Sandra, welcome in. We bring you back with Make Your Case on the Table, where we get to play a game again where Darian, Aaron, and I will make our case for a player to be called up to the U.S. women's national team roster. So this could be a player that has already been called up before, has never been called up, but just really isn't in the mix right now. Today we are doing midfielders and forwards, and we are making our case to you, Sandra. So thank you for voting for me.
Please give me one today, Sandra.
Let me tell you, I'm so excited. When I knew we were doing the other side of this with midfielders and forwards, I'm like, if Darian's already thinking this out of the box with defenders, I can't wait to hear what she's got for midfielders and forwards. So I hope you get something equally as creative today for me.
Yeah, Darian's just thinking outside the box. That's it. That's all she's given us today. Okay, Aaron, we're starting with the midfielders. You're up first.
All right. First, I have to say my Make Your Case was going to be Andy Sullivan. Shout out to her. I think she was playing herself back into the national team contention. With that being said, I am going for midfield Taylor Korniak-Flint. I think her move to Louisville has really been beneficial for her. And then if you just look at the pure stats,
Make it to Sandra, not me.
She has been, you're right. Defensively, she has been an absolute monster. Tackles, 4.47 a game, that is 99th percentile. Interceptions, 3.08 a game, 99th percentile. Blocks, 2.12 a game, 96th percentile. Clearances, 2.89, 99th percentile. Aerials, 3.85, 99 percentile. She's won more aerials and more percentage of aerials than anyone. So if you're looking for someone who could maybe come in as defensive midfielder into this team, a different outlet, I think she has been in with the national team before. She has that experience. I think she's kind of come back into the fore and come back into her own. So that is my midfielder make a case. Taylor Korniak-Flint.
It's a good one.
Good case. Good case.
Grazie.
But I won't lie, I don't have all the stats like that lined up. I won't bore you with numbers, but I did go with...
Atta girl.
I did go with Vanessa DiBernardo. She's got 5 goals, 5 assists on the year.
That's a stat.
It's one stat, but it's a fun stat. It's a fun stat. It's not a boring stat. Vanessa DiBernardo, she has, I think, re-energized herself with Kansas City under Vlatko. She has the freedom to get up into the attack where she's ultra creative. She plays these brilliant textured passes. She can also shoot from distance. She's a great set piece taker, which we know the U.S. women's national team needs somebody that can put away set pieces, and she has proven that she can. And she can also be much more defensive. If they needed to go into a double pivot, she can fill in, and I think she finally needs that opportunity because she has had a hell of a year.
Oh my goodness. 2 incredible candidates here, not gonna lie. And I think they both are, they're both profiles that can fit, I think, different types of camps. So if I'm thinking
Sandra,
just recent,
wait till you hear mine. Just wait.
I mean, Lisa, I don't know if you're gonna top Flint and DiBernardo, but let me hear what you got.
I am making my case for midfielder out of North Carolina Courage, Ashley Sanchez. She has taken on a different role this year under Sean Nahas to be more of a playmaker and a distributor and not having to do it all herself. And when you're on the national team, there are a lot of other superstars around you. You have to rely on them. 5 goals, 4 assists this year, and she has played so much more possession-oriented, being a linker, a connector. Her final pass has gotten so much elevated. And when you think about Sanchez at the U.S. international level before, she was a little young, and there were some leaps and bounds that she wasn't quite making to be as impactful. She's now gotten some time away from the team, been able to watch them, and under Emma Hayes, I think Sanchez could do a really good job of linking in the midfield and also adding a lot of depth. They need that in the midfield.
It's a solid shout.
Look, this has got to be rigged in some capacity. You guys talk about it, and then you make sure that Lisa chooses a player that I'm really high on, that I've been talking about. Listen, it's the correct answer is supposed to be Ashley Sanchez, but I love a local pick, Vanessa DiBernardo, as a Chicagoland kid. And I owe Darian one. And if there's any camp that is going to make it happen. It's going to be these ones in the October camps, because those future camps, I think, are going to be for the younger gen players. Might be for a Flint, might be for a Sanchez. I would love to see DiBernardo get a cap with the senior level national team.
Darian, that is a pity pick.
Shout.
That is
Sandra. Really great shout, Sandra. That was a great pick. Good job.
Pick.
Great job.
Pick. She doesn't want people to think the show is rigged. And that's why we're on the same page. Okay, whatever.
Leave me alone, Carlin.
There's still one for us to win here, Aaron.
Right.
Forwards.
Right.
We'll start with you.
All right, this one will be a homer pick. You might have expected it with the last one. This one is a homer pick. Yasmin Ryan as a forward for the U.S. women's national team. 4 goals, 4 assists this year. But when you look at the national team, especially when you're talking tournament time, you want players that can do it all. Yasmin can play as an 8. She can play on either wing. She scores goals. She provides goals, progressive passes. And on the defensive side of the ball, she works her butt off. She 68% tackles, 1.94 a game, 2.71 blocks a game. That is 99th percentile for attackers, midfielders. At some point, you're going to break out a stat too, Darian, so don't look at me like that.
Oh, my God.
But
I'm falling asleep over here.
Yasmin Ryan deserves to be in the reckoning. She needs to, and she has been fantastic for Gotham this year.
Hiring for analytics, folks.
Jesus.
He's gotcha.
I don't disagree with Yasmin. I did say she should be a defender for the national team, though. That mock wingback.
I mean, she can play anywhere. That's why she should be in camp, because she can play anywhere.
I don't disagree with you.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
My next.
Yes.
I am going with Utah Royals. Ali Sentinor, this young player who I think we've seen glimpses of brilliance when she's with them. And frankly, I think if she were on a better team, she would probably have double digits in goals, because she is so impressive. She's probably one of the best finishers in the league, in my opinion. 3 goals, 4 assists on the year. She can play all across the attack, which the U.S. women's national team needs. You need someone that can play a 9, a false 9 on both wings. She can play as a 10. She can do it all, and the way that she dribbles also reminds me of a young Mal Swanson when she first broke into the women's national team, and how she's able to break lines, her vision. She doesn't complicate the game too much, so that's my shout.
That's a pretty good shout.
She was on my short list.
She's
so
got a wicked shot from distance.
Great. That was so
Also,
East
she
Coast.
went to UNC, so I got her out with her. So.
Sandra, I am making my case for Angel City forward Alyssa Thompson to get back into the mix. This is a young player that had a bite of the national team, and frankly, it was too soon for me when she was on it before going to the World Cup. Now, when you look at her stats this year, 5 goals, 7 assists, but it's the consistency from Alyssa Thompson that has made her eligible for a call-up. In her last 7 games, she has 7 goal contributions. Despite wins, despite losses, whatever happens, she comes to play every single day. She has worked on her delivery into the box and at setting people up, and the evolution of Alyssa Thompson's game has grown so much. And they need forwards that can do a little bit of it all. Playing wide, getting in behind, combining underneath with Ashley Sanchez when she gets there. I'm going with Alyssa Thompson.
I love it.
I like it.
Aaron, I'm sorry. I don't want to come off as anti-math here or anti-stat, but I'm going to give this one to Lisa based on all of the arguments you presented. Alyssa Thompson, for sure.
I respect it.
Woo, woo. She can have one. Woo. Sorry, A West.
It's all right.
Loser today. It happens.
Big L's today.
Sandra, is there anyone midfield
maybe
forward
take away a
that we
stat.
missed that we should, have considered in our make our case?
Yeah, for forward, I wouldn't have minded maybe getting a couple more U20 kids in there. Maybe Jordan Dudley as a possible call-up.
Aaron, right
I like that. That's a good shot. That's a good shout. That's a good shout.